The Biden administration's defense of its final troop withdrawal from Afghanistan is predicated on claims and assumptions that many say are shaky at best. It depends in large part on a conviction that progress made in Afghanistan during the last 20 years, in education, development, human rights, is irreversible. That today's Afghanistan is a fundamentally changed nation, and that Taliban militants accept the transformation. But facts on the ground belie many elements of that conviction. What will prevent Taliban insurgents from attempting to take over Kabul, the capital? What will prevent the group from returning to the egregious abuses it practiced when it ruled Afghanistan in the 1990s, when it forced women out of public view and imposed a harsh and antiquated form of Islam? The Biden administration insists the Taliban now knows it must behave according to globally accepted norms to enjoy international recognition. Any government that comes to power at the barrel of a gun, through force, is not one that will have popular support. It is not one that will accrue assistance from the international community. It is not one that will have international legitimacy, State Department spokesman Ned Price said this week. What we know is that the world will not accept an imposition by force of a government in Afghanistan, he continued. The legitimacy of any future Afghan government, the ability of that government to receive international assistance, which will be of critical importance, the durability of any future Afghan government can only be possible if that government has a basic respect for human rights. In fact, the Taliban, while perhaps on best behavior now, has shown little regard for international acceptance, experts and diplomats say. It was not concerned with being largely a pariah state for nearly a decade, supported only by neighboring Pakistan, where many share an affinity for equally radical forms of Islam. And when the Taliban does allow international organizations to work in its territory, providing medical care or food, it is at a high cost. The militants charge the groups tens of thousands of dollars in protection money. Critics say the US government rhetoric is aimed at saving face even as the administration accepts less than credible Taliban assurances. People want to find justifications for abandoning Afghanistan that they know aren't true, said David Sedney, until recently president of the American University in Kabul and a former senior Pentagon official who handled the Afghan region. They're tired of it, it's hard. Even as U officials continue to insist that only a political solution will resolve the conflict in Afghanistan, the Taliban aggressively pursues a military outcome, one in which it fully intends to be the victor.